Okay, now we're going to be making that detachable hairband. Okay, now the turban cap we have, you can make any turban cap. You can use any turban cap. I just have a simple turban cap. The class is not about the turban, it's about the headband. The headband is detachable. Now you are going to use this sequence. They call it a suede sequence. But if you don't have suede sequence, you can use the ordinary sequence and pad it. You can put a fabric under the sequence so that it will be padded, because you are going to be using foam, so it's not nice that they should see the foam. Okay, so now the measurement for what measurement we'll need 6 inches or 6.5 inches by 60 inches. This one is for the design on top of the hairband. 6.5 inches by 60 inches. Sorry, this is it. This is the 6.5 inches by 60 inches, because you are going to be putting that 3 inches wide crinoline, this strong one. Okay, so this is 6.5 inches by 60 inches. Okay, so this is 6.5 inches wide, 6.5 inches from here to here by 60 inches length. Okay, this one is for the design on top of the hairband. Then the next one we need is the one for the hairband itself. Now my material I have is not much, so I cut 7 inches, but you can cut 8. The original measurement is supposed to be 8.5 or 8 inches, 8.5 inches or 8 inches by 30. Okay, by 30 inches. This one is the material for the hairband. Then the next thing you need is that you need your foam. This is a 1 inch thick foam, and the foam measures 3 inches, 3 inches or 3.5 inches. Sorry, 3.5 inches, because my measurement for my this thing is 7.5. For my fabric for the headband is 7.5. So by the time I finish sewing it, I will have 3.5 inches left. So that's why my foam is 3.5 inches by 26 inches. It's by 26 inches. 3.5 by 26 inches. Remember, by 27 inches. 27, please, sorry. 27. 3.5 by 27 inches. This one for the headband is 7.5 by 30 inches. Why the one for the design on top is 6 inches by 60 inches or 6.5 inches by 60 inches, depending on the one you want to cut. And then lastly, you will need your crinoline. This is the thick crinoline is 3 inches wide. So the length of the crinoline, by at least 1.5 yard, 1.5 yard or 2 yards. You might not finish the 2 yards because your distance is 60 inches, and 2 yards will give you 72 inches. So 1.5 or 2 yards, just buy 2 yards to be on the safe side. Then you can cut out the excess. So we're going to go to the machine now, and what we're going to do is that we're going to fold these two fabric into two. The one for the headband, which is 7.5 inches by 30 inches, we're going to fold it into two like this. You fold it into two, yes, and you sew it straight down and turn it inside out. I'm going to do that off camera. Then for the one for the 60 inches, you also sew it, the 6.5 inches by 60 inches. You also fold it into two and sew it straight down and turn it inside out. So I'm going to do that now and we'll continue. Okay, now can you see this is our foam? I am done with sewing the one for the hairband. I've turned it inside out. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the foam inside. Okay, now can you see the foam is inside already? This is the foam, and then the crinoline is inside this 60 inches. So the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to start. Can you see the crinoline? It's inside already. So we're going to start our design.